you are new to Tarkov and or the maps are still hard to understand for you, I am here to solve your problem. I'm going to tell you a few ways on how to navigate on maps and a few gadgets that help you go around. First things first, I have two sources which are great for maps, and one source is Genie. Genie shows you Tarkov maps a little bit more dynamic. You can enable and disable things that you are looking for. Like, for example, you're looking for nothing, then that's how it looks like. Or if you're looking for specific stuff like keys, let's say grenades, you're looking for crates around here, or you simply want to find your way around and just want to see extraction points. It's very easy to navigate, and even if you don't pay for the pro version, you have maps like factory, woods, shoreline, interchange, and so on. You can zoom into the map, you can zoom out of the map, enable everything that you are searching for. Let's say, for example, you're searching for meds, then you see, okay, these are the spots where I can get a lot of meds and even the exact locations where to find them. But that's only one source. The next source is the wiki of Tarkov. You can find it at escapefromtarkov.fandom.com. I will link, by the way, all these things that I used today in the description down below. And there you can go into basics. There you find a map of Tarkov, and here you will see maps that you can click on. Like, for example, the newest map, Streets of Tarkov, and you just scroll down, you get some information there, but you also get a map of Streets of Tarkov, which is kind of handy. It is not as interactive as the one on Genie, but it kind of works, and that's the most usable thing. Maps that just simply work. There you have a few different overviews of these maps. At least you know where the exits are, which is also kind of confusing if you're starting for the first time. But how do you enable this information into your game? How do you check that information in the real game without getting shot all the time? That's something that I want to show you right now. So you have the ability in Tarkov to just go in with your PMC, and instead of clicking ready and going into the map immediately, you take the map that you want to see, let's say Streets of Tarkov, you go on to next, and then you can enable the practice mode for this map. In game settings, you can set the AI as none. That way you're not getting bothered at all in this map, and then you simply click on ready. Tarkov is creating a new map completely for you without any enemies, but still with all the loot inside and still the extraction points and everything, as if you would join into a normal raid like you would do while playing. So here we're getting into streets, and I show the map once again so that you know your way around. And of course it's raining as always in Tarkov. And now you just can walk around freely. Nobody is going to hurt you or whatever. And you can see where you are. Now it looks as if we are on the main road, which is the middle part in here. Now what you want to do at the start is look around a little bit, search for things that are catching your eye, or like landmarks around here. And there we have, for example, the Lexos. And now we're searching for the Lexos somewhere here. And as you see, there it is. There's the Lexos. Now you take a look around. How does the building look like? So this is the round part. This is this part here. And it seems like as we are standing on this part exactly in front of that Lexos. You're going to take a look at where your extraction points are. Underpass, Sewer River, Klimov Street. Underpass would be then right in front of us. So now you know, okay, if I want to follow a specific route in this raid, I'm going to look for stuff around here, but I'm moving slowly into the direction of my extraction point and get all the things that are around there. Of course, in an offline raid, you can't take anything with you, but you're also not losing anything. So even if you have some gear that you want to check out, if it's sufficient enough for you, then you can do that. You will not lose anything. Even if you have AI on your map, that will not hinder you from anything doing on this map, except for taking stuff with you or leveling or doing missions. How does that look like with something like Genie? So here we have Genie open, and this time on woods, and let's see where we are first. So we started somewhere in the middle of nowhere, And you see we are at a wall with some machinery. Since I played this map a few times, I know where we are. I'll show you that on the map right here. We are at this spot. This here is the wall. There's the machinery. You can see this machinery, and behind it there's the big truck. That's exactly what we're looking at. What do you want to find out now? Maybe you are searching for mats. Then you have the mats on here. You can also just simply show all and see, what's around me? Okay, there is some loose loot around me here. So you cross this off your map, and then you're searching for all the other stuff. You hide all again. You're searching for the extract points. There you have all the extract points. Which one do we need to go? Of course, UN roadblock, for example. Northern UN roadblock, that would be around here. There's the UN roadblock. There's the Northern UN roadblock. And now you're making your way from landmark to landmark. So you could go from here up to, let's say, this road junction. It does not mean that you will find all the stuff every single time when there is a marker on it. Crates, of course, you will find every single time. Lockers are there all the time. Boxes are there all the time. Talking about loose loot, like for example, the lab key card that they say is not always in here. So you're checking. There's no lab key card. There's no lab key card on the ground. So you see, this one here, as it says, Lab Violet keycard, is just a possibility. So it has to be a good RNG that you find it. But I have another possibility how to get around in Tarkov, which I don't know many people talked about, but therefore we need to go back into the menu. And here we are back in the inventory, and let's say you're playing Tarkov without a second monitor and you need to rely on everything in-game. You will get maps when doing quests for the traders. Like here, for example, you get the woods map. What can you do with that? You can go and take the map with you, for example, in your pouch, and take a view on it. And there you will find a map which is basically empty at the moment. It does say, for example, stuff like this. So you see there's the camp, and you can place your own markers. Like for example, let's say you want to place a marker onto these high value thingies here, then you just simply right click, create a marker, and let's say valuables. There you go. You can also do different marker icons. Let's say, for example, this. And when you zoom out, you always have that marker now on your map. If you go back, you do something else, blah, blah, blah. You go back into your map. There it is. There is your marker with valuables. So you can play it that way. That map is actually even a little bit better if you're asking me, because there are not only the landmarks which we saw before. You could also see if the terrain is steep or not, because you see these terrain markers, and how they work is that they show you the difference between the heights. Every single line here is a specific height, and the closer they are together, the steeper the terrain is. So as you see, there are a lot of lines. That means the terrain is really steep. This here, very, very steep. Lines are very close together. And then regions, like for example around here, the lines are very far away from each other, so the terrain is pretty flat. And that way you can build your own map in Tarkov. You can walk around exactly in the mode that I showed you right now. You can walk around, find stuff, and if you find something really valuable, or you find something that you want to memorize, you just place your own markers, and you can take this map with you all the time. It takes up one slot. Yeah, I know. It is something that you can keep on you. And especially if you're playing with just a single monitor, that's perfect. Not only if you like to play with a single monitor, but also if you like to play very immersed. So you're taking your own map, you did your own research. You know what I mean. So these are different types to get around on maps on Tarkov. Tell me which one you like the most in the comments down below. I would enjoy reading your comments. And if you want to see how my first run on streets went, then I have a video right here for you. Take a look. It was interesting. We're running as a scav, and see you the next time.